In this video, I have to go back to a bull I trimmed just 2 weeks ago. Did I fail, or did I do something seriously wrong? Good afternoon folks, and welcome to Tech TV. I was trimming quite locally this morning, so I popped home to the house here to have my lunch with a bit of comfort. Normally on farms we're either sitting in a cubicle, sitting in the van, or just standing in with the cows, rushing our lunch so we can get back to work again. So today I'm going to have a nice coffee. I'm not going to rush it today, but when I get home to the front door here, these here boxes were sitting at the front door, and I thought Naomi has been on another online spending spree, but it actually turns out that they're all hoof trimming related and they're all for me. So I've got some new gloves in there. I'm really excited to try some new rubber blocks as well, so you'll see those in the videos in the coming weeks. And I also ordered this here little magnetic thermometer. So glue temperature is very important, so I just ordered this here to keep this in the hot box, just to make sure that the glue is staying at the temperature that I want it to stay at. So we'll talk a wee bit more about that. So for now, I'm going to make myself a nice cup of coffee, take a few minutes to enjoy it, and then I need to go trimming. I'm going to see a very fancy client after lunch here. His name's Romantic Lancelot, and that's not Tom's stage name, in case that's what you're wondering. But he does sound quite fancy. Romantic Lancelot. I seen him a few weeks ago, and he was very overgrown, and he was a wee bit unsure of his steps heading off because we had took quite a bit of hoof off. But maybe I've done something wrong, but he's went a little bit lame on a front foot. So yeah, we'll see. Does Gareth need to go back to the hoof trimming school, or what happened? But I'm going to get this lunch, and then I'm going to head off and see what we can do with this bull's front feet. So when I went to open the fridge there and see what there was for lunch, Naomi has left me this healthy little fruit pot. Yogurt, strawberries, blueberries. So I think from this here, she could be trying to tell me something. She must want me to lose a bit of weight. In fact, I actually stood on the scales the other night, and the scales spoke to me, and they said, 1 at a time please. Good stuff. Anyway folks, I'll not bore you sitting there for 5 minutes watching me take a coffee. I'll see you all on the farm. You'll maybe recognise this client. We posted the video a few weeks ago of Romantic Lancelot, but I think because we feel like we know him now that we've seen him another time, I think we should just call him Lance. So take care folks, and I'll see you on the farm. And here we are, back on the farm where, breathe in, back where Lance lives. So here he is, he's out in the pen here for me. So I'm going to see how he's walking and see which of the front feet, if not maybe even both of them, which one is annoying him. Hi Lance. How are you? Hi big fella. You coming? Come on. Shh. Shh. Come on. Shh. 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 Come on. I think he's probably the lightest maybe on his front right foot, but he does look a little bit uncomfortable on both of them. So we'll not bother checking the back feet. We'll just get him in, hopefully easily, and we'll check his 2 front feet. Come on. The only difference is that today I'm on my own, so hopefully he doesn't play up when he realises that there's only one person here trying to get him in. So far Lance has been very well behaved. So first of all, I'm just going to check, pressure test the front feet. just to see which one he's yielding on it. The idea of the hoof testers is to simulate the pressure the animal puts on its foot when walking. We couldn't put on enough pressure with our fingers or hands to see what's actually bothering him. So from that reaction there, this foot here is certainly hurting this bull. So the outer claw, which is normally the inside claw on these here front feet, but there's a little bit of a lesion has burst out at the top here. So we're probably going to end up having to put a block in the inner claw to lift him off this. I'm also just going to test him on the inside claw to make sure that it's able for the block. So that all, it's a little bit tender up at the top there, but I think that was maybe coincidental. Seems to be okay. So we'll get this cleaned off with the grinder and see what sort of block we put on. The first day I trimmed this bull, he had these stress cracks in both his white lines. Usually a level up trim does the job, but obviously since the trim, something has been manifesting inside the hoof capsule. With the block applied, let's see where this crack is actually leading. As you can see, there is separation at the top of the hairline, just where the hoof stops. That is linked to the black lines on the hoof sole. It's a matter of trimming this down with the knife and the grinder, as it all comes into the bracket of loose detached horn. It's probably over the worst of it, Mark, now, yeah. Yeah. This bull has had some sort of trauma caused to the hoof, causing damage to the white line, resulting in inflammation of the hoof capsule. This wall horn is very tough and strong, and that's why it's burst out at the top, and that's why it didn't burst out halfway down. I spray this bull's foot off before painting it with some Intercare gel. I don't think this animal needs a bandage, and the fact that he's going out to the field in the next few days means that the farmer won't have to bring him in to take off the bandage. When I had Lance in the crush, I just wanted to double check his front left foot and make sure that it wasn't troubling him. He had a slight little crack, much similar to the day that he was first trimmed, so I just wanted to apply a block to that inner claw just as a prevention, just in case this front left foot turned out the same as the other one. So that's Lance hopefully sorted out for the last time this year. He's back in the shed there. He's going to stay there for a couple of days just so he can get the benefit of those blocks that I put on. His front right foot was the worst. From memory, the last time I trimmed him a few weeks ago, he had some cracks in both of those outer claws, but normally the redistribution of weight and balancing them up is enough, and he wasn't yielding on them that day. But that wall horn is so tough that if it gets any trauma at all, it becomes inflamed, and because it's so tough and strong, it busts out at the top there, up at the hairline. But all being well, that is that posh bull Lance sorted out. I'm going to get right up early if I can now, with all my prep for tomorrow sorted, and I might even have the tea on the table for Naomi whenever she gets home. I don't do it too often, because if you do it too often then they'll expect it every day, so it's just getting that balance right. But take care folks, and thanks again for watching the video. There's no point in us making the videos if you don't click on them to watch them, so we really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one, and hopefully Tom may join me then. Take care and see you all soon.